Hello, my lovely friends, and welcome to episode 102 of Fresh Approach Fitness, a wellness company. I'm Sonya, and I am here today to chat with you a little bit about living a courageous life. How does that sound? Amazing, right? I know. It's amazing, and it does take courage to live an amazing life. Before we get started, I want to remind everybody that I am a healthy eating and weight loss coach. So what I do is I help my clients release the unwanted weight of debt, stress, and pounds. So not necessarily in that order, but as you listen to today's podcast, you can apply this to whichever order in your life that needs the most help now. So settle in, grab your pen and paper, and get comfortable, whether you're driving or walking or however you're listening to this podcast. I know there's going to be quite a few takeaways for you today. And the reason is we are not showcasing enough courage. So the first bold step in any new direction takes courage. It takes courage to live an uncompromising life of dreams and to make those dreams come true. It takes courage to let go of the past and to create a new future. It takes courage to trust and to be vulnerable to get what you want. And it takes courage to step out of the familiar and into the unknown. It takes courage to set a goal and to achieve it. So, yeah, how many of those areas ring true already? Creating a new future, being vulnerable, stepping into the unfamiliar, the unknown versus what you already know. You've learned by now, especially if you've listened to these shows before, or if you're continuing to listen in, that growth doesn't happen within your comfort zone. And it takes courage to step out of that comfort zone. So when it comes to living your best life and designing your life your way, courage is definitely a skill and an attribute that you're going to want to lean into. There's an affirmation that I say regularly, not every day now. I was saying this one every day, but I love it. And you'll see it's actually on the overview before you pop into the podcast here. I am willing to get uncomfortable to see what I am capable of. I'm going to say that again. I am willing to get uncomfortable to see what I am capable of. And the reason why I like this affirmation or mantra so much is because it applies to every single area of my life. Whether it means making health food choices, whether it means moving my body and getting uncomfortable that way, or whether it means uncomfortable speaking my truth in my relationships. So as we go forward, think about where courage would benefit you most in your life. Courage, by definition, my definition anyways, is open-hearted bravery. It is where we feel frightened, but still act in a way that aligns with our personal truth, our morals, our values. It requires that we tap into our inner strength and we own our vulnerability. Because without a doubt, courage matters, and we definitely need more of it. We need the courage to see the right things get done. We need courage to present a new idea. And we need courage to innovate and grow. So whether you're an employee, an entrepreneur, you are at home, all of this takes courage. Whether you're presenting a new idea at work or you're having a new idea with your significant other and it's just something different. It's not something that you're used to doing. It takes courage. And my friends, courage can be risky, career-wise, socially, and sometimes physically. But if it weren't risky, it wouldn't be courageous. Acts of courage are worth considering to not only help others and yourself, but to avoid regret. Acting courageously can help you solve problems, avert disasters, open the doors for opportunities. It also means taking personal responsibility even when it hurts. Now, I think that part right there that I put together that I just shared is pivotal. It means taking personal responsibility even when it hurts. It's hard to tell the truth, isn't it? You don't want to tell the truth because you don't want to hurt other people. It takes courage. It takes courage to go deep within and realize what your truth truly, truly, truly is. And for many of my clients, it takes courage hopping on that first call. It takes courage admitting that they are emotional eaters, or that they really aren't good with their money, or that they are carrying around the weight of the world with a lot of stress. But my friends, we must learn to live with courage, moving towards what we want rather than away from what we want because we're scared or we're living in fear. Where is that going to get you? We can all learn to be more courageous, but to do it right requires preparation and the right mindset. Aha! You know this by now. As you know, I help my clients in the areas of meals, movement, mindset, and their relationship with money. Mindset is the fundamental key to change when it comes to pivoting in the right direction. Without the right mindset, you're not going to take that foot forward when it comes to courage, when it comes to making any significant changes to your life. And that means designing your life your way is impossible. You're just going to continue with the same old. And you're going to be at the exact same spot where you are today. Courageous people sometimes pay a price for being courageous. Right? If you speak your truth to your boss, you might get fired. If you say something to your partner and they don't like it, that might be the end of your relationship. But often, it's not nearly as bad as we anticipate it to be. And those that are strong enough, brave enough, courageous enough, seldomly regret what they did because they know for a fact it was the right thing to do based on their values, whether they're defending someone else or doing what's best for the organization or for the relationship, or simply because they want to be able to sleep better at night. How many times do you not make decisions because it's easy not to? Because it's easy to just go with the status quo. You keep your courageous voice hidden deep inside because you don't want to hurt anybody. So I've got some inspirations for practicing courage here. Going to share them with you. I am putting together a blog post, so you can get a copy of this. You're just going to want to email me for the blog post of courage. Here's some inspiration for practicing courage. Check with your body often and tune your ability to distinguish excitement in the unknown from the true danger warnings. Because fear and excitement show up as the exact same feeling. It's easy to feel that we are fearful of something when indeed we were excited for the beginning of that new chapter and what it looks like. Make a plan to try a thing that scares you a little, just a little. Maybe you want to make a phone call to somebody and you're not sure what the outcome is going to be. Maybe you want to take your business into growth, and in order to do that, you need to start to do some sales calls and ask for the business. Whatever it might be, do something that scares you a little. Now, make a plan to try a thing that scares you a lot. So what is it that's going to get your heart racing that is going to scare you? I'm trying to think. I know there was something not that long ago that I was like, oh my gosh, can I do this? And I did it. And I was proud of myself that I did it, but I was so nervous. But I can tell you an example of a couple years ago when I was teaching a beer and boot camp class. And I was so nervous teaching my very first one. I was dating Tony at the time. We weren't living together, and it was literally we were a month in, and I was so nervous and fearful. What if I screwed up? What if nobody showed up? What if? But I did it, and I thrived, and I loved it. I know about a year ago, I did a workshop to the workplace that I was working for at the time. And again, I was nervous to showcase my talents in front of my peers, not realizing that I had value and what I was offering to them brought in a world of good, but I was scared. So make a plan to try to do something that scares you just a little, and then make a plan to try something that scares you a lot. Practice being vulnerable with someone you trust. Reach out for support with something that evokes feelings of vulnerability. Feelings of vulnerability, the more comfortable you can be in that space, the more you're going to grow. And when you're growing, you're learning, you're changing, you're stepping into courage. You are stepping into the best version of yourself. And another piece of inspiration is to volunteer to help someone else with something they find frightening. And that's interesting because when we help others, we actually help ourselves. So if you're helping someone with something that they find frightening, you are going to grow yourself. Courage shows up in so many different areas of our life. It could be dancing around the house. It could be looking at yourself naked in the mirror. It could be facing your finances and gathering all of the information of those numbers and details and wrapping your head around it. But having the courage to take that first step is going to open so many doors for you because you're going to realize it's not as bad as you think. That's the first thing. The second thing is you are going to feel so good after it's done. Actually, my biggest piece of courage was last week. I quit my part-time job. Yep. I had a part-time job. I took it in January and we're in April. So 4 months later, and I quit my part-time job. And I'm not 100% prepared to quit my part-time job, but I couldn't step into somebody else's life or expectations of me any longer. I just couldn't do it. I love what I do. And it was time for me to go into the world and do this full time. And that takes courage. It takes courage every single day to show up and to be the best version of myself and to share and showcase that to the world so my clients can see. And so anybody listening to this can see that I'm just like you. I am walking with one foot in front of the other. And the clients that I coach, they are just like you too. They are putting one foot in front of the other every single day. They are being brave to do something that is going to help them move the needle and be a better version of who they currently are right now. So if you haven't done so already, I want to encourage you, you like that play on words? To join my Celebrate Everything Facebook group. The link is through my link tree, which is listed on this post as well. So you can go ahead back to the beginning or in the blog notes, and you can click the link. There's going to be a Facebook icon, and that's going to bring you directly to my group. It's a courageous network of women and men that will support you, educate you, and inspire you to stay motivated and focused along your journey. Learn about yourself. Discover what you want. Do different assessments and quizzes, and be open to learning what's new and where you can take your life. And what you might need to do to overcome where you're at right now so you can enjoy it. I would love to invite you all to my Facebook group, have you join and write the new chapters of your story with courage, clarity, and confidence. Because don't you want that for your children? Don't you want your children to grow up feeling courageous, being clear with who they are in the direction that they want to go in, and being confident? Don't you want your spouse to see that? Don't you want your parent to see this as the best version of you showing up? Or how about your employer? My friends, you have an opportunity every single day to grow in every area of your life and in a safe environment with love and compassion. You have within you the courage to love, the courage to live, the courage to succeed, the courage to be brave, and so much more. So the question I have for you today is, do you want to enrich the other essential areas of your life? And if you do, you are in the right place. Here's a good thinking point for you. Where in my life am I already being brave? So think about that. Where in your life are you already being brave? What is it that you are doing that scared you a little, or perhaps scared you a lot? And now it's a part of your day-to-day, and now you are being brave. Are you writing books? Are you doing podcasts? Are you sharing your life? Are you motivating other people? Are you sharing your creative ideas at work or at home? This is one of my favorite quotes. When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid. I'm going to say that again because it is so awesome. When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid. Courage doesn't roar loudly. Sometimes courage shows up again saying, I'll try again tomorrow. And that's how I want you to look at it. Literally one step at a time. Literally one decision at a time. It could be anything. You could be sitting here listening to this podcast and saying, yes, my personal life needs courage. Yes, my professional life needs courage. This and that need courage. And that's okay. It doesn't matter what it is that needs courage. You are the only one that can change it. You are the only one that can click the link tree and take a look at the resources or do one of the assessments or take action. You are the only one that can sign up for a girls' weekend all by yourself with nobody that you know and just do it anyways. Imagine what would happen if you did. On that note, friends, I'm going to make this episode short and sweet today. It's all about courageous living. And not every day do you need to be showing up, shining bright, like with your courageous cape on. But I want you to think about what areas of your life you can shine brightly in when you do put that courageous cape on. Maybe you'd wear more color. Maybe you'd smile a little bit brighter. Maybe you'd talk about your passions and your interests without worrying about judgment because you are courageous. I am here to help support you and guide you every single step along the way. And I am going to ask again, because I'm courageous, if you like today's podcast, please go ahead. Be sure to like, comment, and follow. Share with your friends. Help me grow this network. Help me get this message out to more people. Because I guarantee you, you know 5 to 10 people right now that would benefit from listening to today's episode on courage. I'm sending you so much love your way, and I hope you're off to a fantastic week. Thanks again for supporting us here at Fresh Approach Fitness, a wellness company. As I mentioned at the beginning, as a weight loss life coach, I help my clients release the unwanted weight of debt, stress, and pounds. And it does start with courage. Courage saying that you need to do something different. Courage indicating that you are ready for a change. Courage to have somebody lock arms with you and help you on your journey. And I am there for you. Make it a fantastic day, my friends.